It's next time. If you guys are wondering why I'm constantly wearing the same shirt, I'm recording this all in one go because I still have time. It can't be any more boring than here. Maybe it'll have that book Mira was going on about. We talked about 50 Shades of Grey. I opened the door and looked around for someone who could tell me where the library was. And, sure enough, I found a passing servant. Where's the library? It's follow me, Miss Archer. It'll be quicker. You need to look for the Lord of the Rings, okay? Okay, if you're sure it's not too much Mr. Valdemar's orders are that we see to the whims of our guests, within reason. Consider this one of the duties of my job. Okay then, lead the way. He led me on a circuitous path, stopping only once we reached an ornate door. We have arrived at the entrance to the library. Thanks. Think nothing of it. Oh my god, I want it! I pulled open the door and walked inside, only to be awed by the sheer number of books. I wonder how long it'd take to read all of these. I just hope there's something here that'd be interesting to read. There's bound to be something. I walked around looking at the spines of books, trying to find one that caught my interest when I caught sight of someone sitting in the corner and reading a book. Wait, is that... Count? Miss Archer. He didn't even look up from the book he was reading. Is that book good? It's not the best I've read, but it's not horrible either. So, you like reading? I like a great many things. Are you okay? Why do you ask? You seem quieter, almost sad. He finally looked at me. Aw, is that how it looks? Quiet does not necessarily equate to sad. Just look at Mr. Wolf. I like him! He's a lot deeper than... See? These characters are all like multitudes of levels. Like, Mr. Bandages is not actually a jerk. Well, he is, but he's not actually a jerk. He just has a terrible way of talking to people. Whacked my mic. He's shy, and you're not. I suppose so. Do you know what cheers me up when I'm sad? Food. I was going to say chocolate, but I guess it falls under food. I've been saving this bar, but you can have it. He let out a low chuckle. Miss Archer, if you've been saving it, then I'm not going to just take it. I can just... Please. It'll make you feel better. All right. Thank you. Don't mention it. I just hope you feel better soon. Enough about me. I assume I'm not the reason you came to the library. Ah, yes. I was looking for a book. Any particular book? You are in a library. Just something interesting. Oh, maybe something with... The Count found me a really nice book to read, and we both spent the rest of the day reading. I think I could get used to this. I jumped to my feet the moment dinner was announced, causing the Count to let out another chuckle. Thank you. Why are you thanking me? I really enjoyed reading here with you. I had very little to do with that. I love sitting and just reading with someone. Like... It took a while for my boyfriend to kind of understand what I was talking about, but sometimes just sitting with someone and not talking to them and just sitting with them is one of the nicest things to do, especially if it's someone that you enjoy being with. I love to just sit and read books, like with a person. I will just sit, pull out a book, and like just either lean against them, like back to back, or against a windowsill. My favorite is bundling up in a blanket and sitting next to a window when it's raining. Like, with hot chocolate and a book and some water, because hot chocolate makes me thirsty. I know that sounds really weird, but it does. I love to just sit with people. I will sit next to a person and just read silently or work silently, which is hilarious for me because I freaking never stop talking, but sitting and reading with a person is just, I don't know, it's one of the most amazing experiences that I have, and I love to do it. Going out with people is nice, but sometimes just sitting outside under a tree or, you know, just reading. I mean, I have a great experience to talk about with that one, but that'll have to wait for a vlog. So let's go ahead and keep going. Well, I'm glad you aren't unhappy that I came here. You aren't, are you? Why would I be? It just seemed like you might have wanted to be alone, and oh, that. Don't worry about it. Having you here was comforting. I definitely think it's something I could get used to. Aww, I'm glad I chose him! Oh, this is adorable! I felt really optimistic when I woke up the next morning. I love that outfit! This art is just fantastic. Feels like today's task is going to be a good one. Remember guys, this is on Deseret. For free! Year long. It's not just a Halloween thing. I've had this for months. I was still in a good mood when Eric began his announcement. Good morning. So some people apparently take issue with not being able to skip the task without gaining points, which is stupid. You should not be able to skip a task and get points. That's dumb. Why would they think they'd get points for skipping? Well, I cannot allow someone to get the same or more points from skipping than someone would from actually completing a task. I have come up with a compromise. Whether you make use of it is up to you. People have complained about the clues being too strange, so today you will have no clues. Instead, the terms of the task will be plainly outlined. Head to your team's meeting room for instructions. That is all. I wonder what's up with him. He's very upset. His speech deflated my spirits a bit, but I tried to shrug it off as I headed to the meeting room. Only Mr. Wolf was there when I arrived. This is like the first task meeting. Good morning, Miss Archer. Good morning, Mr. Wolf. The others seem to be taking their time. Yeah. Any idea what today's task is going to be about? Not really. I mean, there was a guy here with instructions when I arrived, but he left. He said something about waiting until we were all here before returning. I guess he doesn't want to repeat himself. Guess so. Right, I'm here. Sorry I'm late, but can we start? Wait, where's Mr. Bandages? No clue. Maybe he overslept? Maybe. I suppose there's nothing we can do about it except wait. Someone could go and wake him up? Oh wait, that was me. Right after I said that, he stumbled into the room. Somehow I don't think that's necessary. Mr. Bandages, are you okay? Notice the purple lines. That clearly says something is wrong. Fine. You look a little under the weather, and that's putting it nicely. I'm fine. Now can we get this started? We have to wait for the instructions guide to come back. He swayed on his feet. Maybe you should take a seat. Or go back to bed. This game isn't more important than you. Cut it out! I can do this task! I'm fine! Your definition of fine seems different than mine. Mr. Bandages just glared at the count. The man with the instructions chose that moment to return. Now that everyone is here, we can get this task started. Please, everyone take a seat. We all sat down, but Mr. Bandages kept glaring. Today's task is extra hard to make up for the chance to skip the game and still gain points. It's Mr. Bandages jumped out of his seat and slammed his hands on the table. He looks extremely angry. The what? I take it you didn't listen to this morning's announcement then. Eric added it in. Why would he even? That's stupid. Why the hell would anyone even bother with the task? Actually, what kind of lame-brained? Sit down and shut up. Why, you look like you're on the verge of passing out, and your little hissy fit isn't about to change anything. So for once, just be quiet. Honestly, you're giving me a headache. Mr. Bandages reluctantly lowered himself back into his seat. The man with the instructions cleared his throat nervously before continuing. There is a way to skip the task, but I doubt anyone would try it. It's a luck-based game, and losing means you forfeit not only this task's point, but yesterday's as well. There's only a 1% chance of success, and I'll do it. The hell you will! I'm not letting you throw away our chance to earn points. Mr. Bandages has a point. Maybe we should see what the task is like before you make a decision. Fine. The task requires the four of you to collect certain objects from around the mansion. That doesn't sound so bad. Estate. Oh, the whole estate. Yes, and the servants are not allowed to speak to you during this time. This task has a time limit of 1 hour, and the rooms the items are located in are booby-trapped. Someone pissed Eric off, didn't they? Is this task even possible to complete? Depending on where the items are, it might be possible, but it'd take a lot of work, and I'm not sure Mr. Bandages could. I'm fine, I can do this. That's what you say, but your body seems to disagree. Not like it matters. I'm taking the luck game. But there's a 1% chance. Are you sure you want to? While I'd love to say go for it, I have to acknowledge that the odds are against you. Trust me on this. You can't be serious. This is preposterous. Be sensible. Sometimes being sensible isn't sensible. That doesn't even make sense. Look, you're in no condition to go running around the estate. And what happens if you end up needing medical help because the exertion makes your condition worse? You can't win the game if you can't even play it. He turned to Mr. Wolf and the Count. You guys can't let her. I actually think she has a valid point. Me too. I'd rather forfeit some points than risk your health. Looks like you've been outvoted. So you're really going with the luck game? Yes. Don't say I didn't warn you. I won't. He pulled out a small device from his coat and placed it on the table. The machine will generate a number from 1 to 100. If you guess the right number, your team gets 5 points. Okay. What's your number? 3. Oh, wow, she chooses a different number each game. The man starts the device. I don't believe it. What? What happened? See for yourself. He pushed the device closer to us. It chose my number. Wow, that's amazing. Looks like we have our own lady luck. So we get 5 points now? Yes, today's task is over for your team. I'll be leaving now. The man gathered up his things and left. For a moment, we all just sat there, stunned. Then the Count broke the silence. So how did you get sick anyway? I took a swim in the lake. Why would you... You fell in, didn't you? You probably should go back to bed now that the task is done. Stay away from swimming until the game is over. Lots of fluids and plenty of rest. Yeah, I'm going. All being around you guys is doing is adding to my headache. All that suspense made me hungry. Me too. Hey, wait, we didn't get breakfast! You're right. You could probably ask one of the staff to provide something, or just get something from the pantry, or... Sounds good! Where's the pantry? I'll just show you. Mr. Wolf and I followed the Count through the hallways until we arrived at a large set of double doors. The kitchen is through these doors. Even as he said it, he was already pushing one of them open. He went up to the nearest of the serving staff. Could you see to it that Mr. Bandages has breakfast sent up to his room? He seems to be unwell. The server nodded and set about putting a breakfast tray together. Right, now that that's settled, is there anything the two of you need before I leave? Oh, are you going to the library? I'd like directions. I'm actually not. With this scavenger hunt going on, people will be traipsing through it for a while, so it's best not to read right now anyway. Oh. I am going into town, though, if you want to come. I thought we weren't allowed to... Famous bakery! I take it that you want to go to the famous bakery, then. Yes! I want to savor their delicious pastries again. They are delicious. Who knows when I'll get another chance with the way Eric's been so moody lately. We might not even get another rest day. The Count suddenly laughed. Eric has been acting strange. Pity he doesn't have someone like you to set him straight. Will the servants really let us go off grounds, though? I mean, if he's so moody, they may not want us to. You'll find that I'm a master negotiator. Now we just need to find someone to take us. He walked out of the kitchen, and I said a hasty goodbye to Mr. Wolf before following. Wait, does she know that he's actually the Count? Or that yellow guy? When I reached him, he was already talking to one of the servants. To town. Sir, I really don't know if I'm allowed to do that. Master Voldemar was It's all right, James. Master Voldemar has given his permission for the two of them to leave the grounds. Where did he come from? Wait, Is Eric really watching our every move? Creepy. I'll see to it right away then, sir. Please follow me. Where did the butler go? Come along, Miss Archer. If you get too far behind, you might get lost. Ah, right. I followed the Count and the young man through many corridors until we reached one of the underground parking bays. We got into the car and after a near-silent drive, arrived in town. You're being very quiet. Oh, I'm just thinking. About? Eric. Oh, I hear he's very popular with the ladies, but doesn't date any of them during the game. If you're looking for romance from him, you're out of luck. What? No, that's not what I meant. Does it bother you? That women like him? No, that he seems to know our every move. Ah. Does he have cameras everywhere? Does he watch us sleep or shower? If he does, I'm gonna find him and beat him up. I don't think. I may be small, but I pack a mean punch. She really does. I'll show him that you don't. I'm not debating your physical abilities. I just don't think it's like that. Then what is it like? Well, he needs to know what's going on the estate to ensure. That doesn't mean he's not doing other things with the tapes. He could be perving on them right now. I mean, it's not like we've seen him at all since the roof thing, and who knows what he's been... Everyone is entitled to their personal privacy, and as such, certain like en-suites are not under... I can't speak! As for the other areas, the people that attend this function trust Eric enough to know that he will provide them with entertainment and rest, and that nothing that he finds during this event will find its way into the hands of the media or be in any way misappropriated. Why else would they come back year after year? Free food? He let out a low chuckle. I think you'd be the only one who'd want to come back for that. Well, you and Mr. Wolf. The food's great, but I guess it wouldn't be the only reason I'd come back. Oh, the library is awesome. I've never seen so many books in one place. Eric's very proud of that collection. You seem to know him very well. I guess you could say that. Are the two of you friends? I wouldn't say that. I think they're brothers. Are you his crazy stalker then? Ooh, I know. He was your idol, and so you joined the film industry to be close to him and absorbed all the theory rejected. Then maybe, didn't you want to go to the bakery? Yes! We quickly made our way to the bakery. Is this place ever not busy? Allow me to make this purchase. It should save us some time. Before I could say anything, he had already headed into the crowd. He emerged a few minutes later with bags of goodies. That was quick. It's a skill. Getting through crowds? Well, that too, but I meant charming people to let you through. Let's eat before it gets cold. Right, we can go to the beach. Actually, I was hoping to go to the shopping center to find a gift for a friend of mine. Would you mind if we ate on the way? Not at all. You can tell me about this friend, and I could help you search. That's a great idea. We started I can't believe she hasn't figured out that it's him yet. We started walking toward the shopping center. Is this friend male? No, definitely not. Mira is 100% female, and I take it that the two of you are close. Yeah, we are. She's my best friend. She can be a lot to deal with, but I'd never trade her for anyone else. She's impulsive, outgoing, and pretty blunt, but her heart's in the right place. You know, I think she's a lot like you. I see. Does she love food as much as you do? No, what Mira loves is making guys squirm. So she's a dominatrix. No, I don't think so anyway. Well, there was that time when your friend sounds like fun. She is. That's why I want to get her an amazing gift. She really wanted to come here. Then we will find the most amazing gift we can. I'll have you know that I'm an excellent shopping companion. We spent hours going from store to store until we eventually found a gift I was certain Mira would love. It was only on our way back to the car that I realized something. You didn't get anything. On the contrary, I got what I wanted. What are you talking about? You wanted to come to town, but we spent the entire day doing what I wanted to do. I'm sorry. Don't be. All I wanted was to get away from the mansion for a bit. Spending the day with you was just icing. I just woke up when the announcement tone rang out. He's early today. Good morning, everyone. He seems cheerful this morning. I'm sure everyone enjoyed yesterday's task. What? Now, after all that running around, I'm sure you'd all like some time to rest and recuperate. Another rest day? I'm not giving you 1, but 2 rest days. That's right. Take today and tomorrow off. Have fun. I am going back to bed. I spent most of the day just relaxing, but by mid-afternoon, I decided it was time to give Mira a call. I pulled out my phone, one of the servants had returned it earlier, and dialed the number I knew by heart. Sure enough, it was picked up almost as soon as it began ringing. Mira, hi, it's Darkovika. Sorry for not Forget about that. Spill. I'm practically bursting with curiosity here. Well, what do you want to know? Everything. The ceiling in my room is... Okay, not everything. The interesting things. I do the exact same thing. I love this character. We get along on an emotional level. The food is delicious. Guys. Have you met any guys? Sort of. How do you sort of meet someone? Turns out the getaway is an elaborate game and no one uses a game. Yep. We split into teams of 4. Any guys in your team? 3. Lucky. Any idea who they really are? None whatsoever. Well, you never did take much interest in famous... Oh, wait, her voice was really high-pitched. In famous people. Maybe I can help you figure it out. Maybe. I do have somewhere to be soon, but that can wait. If you're going to have to leave, then I should probably ask about the guy I want to know about the most. Probably. Hey, do you think I look better in the red dress or the blue? Blue if you're headed to a party, red if it's a date. Thanks, you're a lifesaver. So any idea which guy? Yeah. Quick save. The Count. The what? That's his game name. His costume is a vampire, so have you been letting him suck your blood? Really? So, do you have more to go on than vampire costume? Because really, that is not a lot. Well, he has a Russian... No, I'm just kidding. He's a flirty actor. But he's an actor, so he may not be that way in public. He comes from a rich family, but seems down to earth. A lot of actors try to seem that way in front of press. He knows a lot of different things. Most people tend to learn different things. Constantly learning about one thing gets boring. He's witty, and personality-specific things may not be much help identifying an actor. Any tattoos, piercings? None that I've seen. His hairstyle and color can be easily changed. He could be wearing contacts and even a wig to make his costume look more authentic. What about his height? He's taller than me. Most people are. And a lot of others. He's not really tall, but not average height either. This is getting nowhere. Couldn't you find out more? It's kind of hard when everyone is trying to keep their identities a secret. Eric's pretty gung-ho about... Wait, you call him Eric? Is there something I should know? Everyone calls him Eric. Probably because everyone's famous. You're not. They don't know that, so it'd seem weird if I didn't. True. Look, I need to run. I know I said it could wait, but he's sort of been waiting outside this entire time, so go. Enjoy yourself. Oh, I will. But I think I'll be enjoying him a bit more. Goodbye, Mira. I have friends like this. Bye, Darkovika. Remember to make the most of it. I will. I found myself awake long after I should have been for only one reason. I was hungry. I am exactly like this character. Like, I do not notice anything. Like, I cannot tell if people are flirting with me at all. I am oblivious to people. I will take a compliment as a compliment, nothing else, because I hate assumptions and I hate assuming things because it makes me feel like an ass. Imagine that. So, like, I never assume. I will never, ever, ever assume that I know what a person is thinking or what they're feeling. So, like, even if I'm like, wow, that kind of sounds like flirting, I will just go, but it's not. Just in lieu. So, like, even Josh had to be, like, really over the top when we were, like, in the flirty stage. Which is great because he is kind of an over the top person. So, like, all of my significant others have always had to be really over the top and just go, I like you a lot in the romantic way. Let's do stuff like dating and things. And I'd be like, oh, I see. Most of the time, like, people would be like, so do you want to go do something? And I'm like, oh, maybe later we can invite some friends and stuff. And they're like, maybe it could be, you know, like, maybe nobody else will go. And I'm like, oh, you know, it's kind of, things are fun when you do group activities. And they're like, I mean, you know, just the two of us. And I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of weird. I mean, don't you think it'd be better with more people? And I'm not like shooting them down or friend zoning them. I just assume that people are not asking me out unless they go, hey, you, me, date. Like, it has to be really clear cut unless I'm in a relationship with them. Then I just assume everything is a date and everything is flirting. So, like, yeah. It's mostly just because I don't want to be the type of person that assumes people like me that way, because it makes me feel like I'm full of myself. So when I was younger, and that was a much bigger deal, I trained myself to assume that people were not romantically interested in me, ever. So I probably missed a lot of advances. Granted, in middle school, I wore baggy t-shirts and, like, loose bell-bottom jeans all the time. Like, my mom had to hide my tie-dye shirts because I was, like, super into tie-dye shirts for whatever reason. But yeah, I rarely wore girly clothes, so maybe nobody actually was interested in me because I was a very boxy, tomboyish girl. In high school, I wore shorts once, and everyone freaked out because, oh my god, she wasn't wearing pants. Me, that is by she. Anyways, the reason I tangentified was because I'm going to go ahead and stop recording, and I'm actually going to stop playing for today. So the next video that you guys see will be recorded on a different day. So if you guys have been posting comments up to this point, I'm sorry, I haven't been seeing them. But I will get to them. And, I mean, me in the video, I will be responding to you in the comments. So if you've been like, no, do this guy, I'm sorry, I'm already doing the count. Mostly because I want to see his storyline. And I love the fact that he's a reader, because I freaking love books. I'm in the works of writing a book right now. I do a lot. I'm just gonna put that out there. I do not have a specific skill set. I program, I draw, I do music, I write. I love doing everything. I hate confining myself to one area. I teach right now, but I don't want to spend the rest of my life teaching. Granted, I will probably not want to spend the rest of my life making video games either. It's just the thing that I have to go to college for, or understand, or know, and I needed help learning it, so I went to college for it. Music, I've never gone to college for music, and yet I've been hired as a teacher and I do private lessons. It's a thing. So anyways, I will let you guys go now that you've had an inside look into my life in episode I don't even know. So I will see you guys in a flash. Bye.